What's up guys, Perfection here, and I'm bringing you another session of Xenoverse 2 OC Backstories, and this series is dedicated to the creative characters in the Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2 community and some of the creative minds that I found in the community. Now, this edition is of course going to be coming from Game Facts again, and I'm going to warn you, this one might be an automatic Mary Sue because I've seen this user before and they have a habit of making Xenoverse 2 Mary Sues. I mean, we've created a topic where people were sharing their OCs, and this person is that kind of guy to just keep on making Mary Sue after Mary Sue after Mary Sue. But you'll see what I mean because I'm going to read the story of Hikari. So let me just jump right into it so that you will see what I mean. So Hikari, a far removed descendant of Goku. She fights with the Time Patrol to protect her ancestors' legacy. Through the teachings of Goku, Trunks, and Gohan, Hikari managed to attain the Super Saiyan form during a battle with the supervillain Bojack. Hikari focuses on the finer aspects of combat, like throwing ki at everything that moves. Her mastery over techniques like Finish Breaker and Focus Flash makes her a dangerous enemy to face at a distance. And that's it. That is the story of Hikari. So, like I said, this is going to be the easiest rating I've ever done because this is an automatic 100% Mary Sue. And I'm going to explain why before I do my perfected version, but anytime you make someone the descendant of the main character of the show, they're a Mary Sue. Like, oh, well, this is the great-granddaughter, the granddaughter, the whatever of the MC, so you know she's strong. Like, that whole thing that you do, like, this is why when I made Paragon, I did not want to make him the son of Bardock. I said I wanted him to have the relation with Goku. So I said, nah, I don't want to make him the child of Bardock. That's too, whatever. I said, I'm going to go the other route and I'm going to make him the son of Gene because no one would expect that, right? And it wouldn't make him a Mary Sue. It'd be creative. And I see so many people, descendant of Goku, descendant of Vegeta, descendant of Gohan. It's like, come on, can't you do any better than that? Really? So I see Hikari, descendant of Goku. Oh, and you know she's strong because she trained with Goku, Trunks, and Gohan. So, she's uber powerful and she has that Super Saiyan form. Now, I told you guys in another video that actually Time Patrollers canonically cannot go Super Saiyan. Now, if you notice in the story mode, they never transform into Super Saiyans. Go to any story mode scene, and I defy you to find one scene where a Saiyan CAC transforms into Super Saiyan. Go to Xenoverse 1, Xenoverse 2, it does not happen. So canonically, they don't go Super Saiyan. The only reason that we have Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan, all that kind of stuff is just because of marketing, because they want to give it to you for PvP to keep you coming back playing the game, which is perfectly fine. I'm not complaining about it, but canonically, Saiyans from the Time Patrol have too much diluted blood. That means they're too human by the time the events of the Time Patrol and Kujoh collecting people to be a part of it, their blood is too diluted to do it. And there is actually a Daisenshu that states that anyone with less than a quarter blood of Saiyan in them cannot become Super Saiyans. So that means anyone after Pan, anyone that Pan gives birth to that would be in the Time Patrol, they can't go Super Saiyan. That's just it. And the reason that Goku Jr. and Vegeta Jr. can do it is an oversight. That means whoever was working on the last episode of GT and they just sort of rolled with it for the GT movie, they made a mistake because they didn't check the data books. So the Daisenshu is the undisputed fact book for Dragon Ball, for everything Dragon Ball. And that's just it. So anyone that's making their OCs go Super Saiyan and they're descendants of Goku, Gohan, whatever you want to call it, you're doing it wrong, and they can't become Super Saiyan. So now I'm going to get into writing and forming the perfected version of Hikari, and we'll get right back into it. Okay, so everyone should know this by now, that I do not like female characters who are made out as Mary Sues. I do not like that archetype. I like well-written, plot-driven, motivated female characters who are just trying to be characters, and they drop that female propaganda and nonsense. I do not like Mary Sues, and we are plagued by that. I think Star Wars and 2 female Saiyans who shall not be named are evidence of that enough. So I'm gonna give you a perfected version of Hikari, because I had to liberate her from her Radiant Howling creator, the corrupt creator who is just interested in making Mary Sues who become Super Saiyan when they shouldn't even be able to in the lore sense. So this is the perfected Hikari. Despite being mostly human, she is a long descendant of Vegeta, and she is born with a tail. She's born on Earth and is viewed as an outcast and a freak for being born with a tail. So she has no friends, and everyone stayed away from her and treated her like an ape demon. She became very intelligent and sharpened her mind and became a top mind in science on Earth, and is still viewed as an outcast. One night, her neighbors bullied her, and unbeknownst to them, it was a full moon, and since tales had been long since forgotten and they become a lore in the community, they didn't know that she can transform into a great ape. They beat her until she transformed through absorbing the blood waves and became a great ape, and she destroyed her aggressors and the whole city until she wore herself out and fell asleep. She awoke to her wake, and now she runs from town to town with the guilt of what she had done, the people she had hurt, and the lives she had destroyed. Until the Time Patrol became aware of Hikari, and the Supreme Kai of Time, Kujoh, showed up in person to recruit her herself. Kujoh put a seal on her tail to suppress the ape form, and now Hikari is one of the Time Patrol's most creative minds, and she brought the Kantan City into a more high-end technological era. She created the defense system for Kantan City. She created the internet equivalent for Kantan City, and she created the Time Patroller social media system, among other famous creations. So now Hikari is beloved and has a great job with the forces of good, and will no longer need to worry about hurting those that she cares about. She is the master of staff weapon combat, and she is famous for defeating 50 of Frieza's greatest warriors. Now, that is the story of Hikari. Notice that I've built her up, I've made her intelligent. That's the greatest thing you can do for any female character, not just in action anime, but in any anime, in any lore, in any sense. Intelligence is the ultimate weapon, and I gave it to Hikari because I noticed that Radiant Howling's version was just some dumb character that just turns blonde. I just hate that. I hate when people make Mary Sues. They don't value the character if their hair can't turn blonde. I don't like that. Female characters are more than their hair color and eye color. So get off that whole Super Saiyan thing. Get off that whole female SSJ propaganda and make a real, meaningful female character, and that's what I've done with the perfected version of Hikari. Now, her powers and her abilities, and notice she can use the power pole like a staff, like Keelik in the Soul Calibur series. She's very proficient with using the staff, with using the power pole like a staff weapon, and she can transform. She can still transform. She can use the Kaioken technique, and she can use Elder Guru's unlock potential form. So I've given her forms, I've given her combat feats. Notice that she can defeat 50 of Frieza's strongest soldiers. I've made her a strategist. I've made her very intelligent, because intelligence is the most valuable thing you can give a female in any aspect, not just combat anime, action anime, but just anything. So I made her smart, not just some dumb character that can turn their hair blonde and their eyes green. I feel like they're so shallow, and it really objectifies the female characters, like you're worthless unless you can turn blonde and become Super Saiyan. I hate that. I hate that, and I hate that that's what Khalifa and Kale have done to the Super Saiyan form and to female characters. They've reduced it to that. Like, I was more impressed with Pan and GT because she got a lot more stuff done just being in base form, and she was a lot more impressive. But let's get away from that. Let's get back to Hikari. Hikari, again, combat feats. She can also, again, she can use Kaioken, she can use Unlock Potential through Elder Guru. So let me know what you think in the comment section below. I've given my Hikari a 100 out of 100. I had to do away and rebuke the Mary Sue version that was created by Radiant Howling. Just let me know what you think in the comment section below. Don't forget to click that notification bell and enable all notifications so you get more content like this, the Xenoverse 2 OC backstories from the #1 anime, gaming, and Dragon Ball channel on YouTube. Yes, the name is Perfection, and I will see you in the next episode.